FC United was formed by supporters who didn't feel comfortable going to Old Trafford anymore. So for a fairly large group, a couple of thousand Manchester United supporters, 2005 was like a line in the sand that we couldn't cross. But when you're watching football all your life, and you'll know if you go to football that your life revolves around going to football. Your family, your friends, they know they don't. If they want you to be at an event, they don't do it on a Saturday if your team's playing. So you can't all your life do that, and then one day say, "I'm stopping." So the supporters, they wanted to carry on going to football. They didn't feel comfortable going to Old Trafford, and you can't go and support another club.
Low. Long, yes! Yes! And after all that talking.
So what they did, the feeling with FC United was that FC United was actually not a separate club. It was a continuation of Manchester United. But the good bits of Manchester United that we remember from our childhood, the bit where supporters were at the heart of everything the club did, where it was a community club, before it became a PLC, before the Premier League, before it became business. So FC United was set up as a cooperative, and it's one member, one vote. So I'm the chair of the board of the club, and I have an equal vote to every other member. Even a member who's just joined today would have the same vote as I would in the decision making. And all the big decisions are taken by the supporters. Things like the price of admission to the ground, the price of a season ticket. Do we change the shirt next year, or do we not change the shirt? If we do change the shirt, what is the design? We come up as a board, we come up with 4 different designs, and the supporters decide which one they want. All the big decisions are taken by the supporters. We are a real community football club. We are set up legally as a community benefit, which means that we cannot, as a director, I cannot take any money out of the club. The money is all reinvested into the football, but also into our community projects and things like that. So we've started to really see a big uptake in the local North Manchester population coming to watch FC United. Our crowds that had gone down because of the problems we'd had, because we were playing bad football, because we were relegated. Now we're playing much better football again. We've got a lot of new fans that have come from the local area because we're now their football club, because we are the area's football club, and the club's in a good place now. We've ridden the problems of COVID very well. It's not been easy, but for example, the first 100 days of COVID lockdown, our fans raised £100,000 for the club, which is just amazing. And now we're in the position where we await next season. Everyone always asks, how difficult was it to walk away from Manchester United? And I think for a lot of us, the answer is we didn't walk away from Manchester United. Manchester United walked away from us. Manchester United was no longer interested in having a supporter like myself, a supporter who had grown up watching the club, who wasn't really, what they wanted was supporters who maybe came 2-3 times a year, spent a lot of money in the shop, spent a lot of money in the ground. They wanted a new kind of supporter, a new sort of more wealthy supporter, maybe. I think if you ask me about the Super League, I think you won't be surprised to know that I think it's a terrible, terrible idea. It was almost unbelievable. It really went against everything that makes football the beautiful game. And they wanted a closed shop where there was no relegation. They wanted to destroy the reason why you go to football. I mean, you go to football for the passion, for the excitement. It was an American franchise idea, and you wonder the next step probably, because the American way is to move teams around. And if you destroy the rivalry, that's so important. It's huge in English football. I'm sure it's the same in Italian football. What is football and fan culture? For me, after every game, whether my team, FC United, whether we win or we lose, at the end of the game, the players go across the crowd, and they don't. Sometimes you see players, you've travelled all the way to Europe, and then come over and they go 5 meters towards the crowd, thank you, and walk off. Now our players, they go to the crowd, they shake the hand of all the people who've come to the front, they take their photos with the children, and that for me is fan culture at football. It's the players, the fans all together as one, and it's a very powerful image that we have every single game with FC United, win or lose.